I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Out to DiVincenzo. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Fades and shoots. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Well, Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
Edwards, no good. Minnesota with the ball. Back to DiVincenzo. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander sends it home from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket on the night. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 7 points in the game. Pass to McDaniels. The 3-ball. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty setup.
Here's DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Pass to McDaniels. And there's the screen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Allen. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies trail by 6. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Pass to Thibault.
The defensive end of the floor is what started Lou Dort's getting minutes, and this guy's so difficult to score against.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:56 left in the first quarter here. Outside Thibault. Pass to Porzingis. It's Edwards on the wing. Porzingis sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. A minute 42 left in the first. Minnesota leading by 8. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Dort outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's DiVincenzo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Now here's Jackson. Outside Edwards. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Back to Allen. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. He shoots. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Jackson outside. They kick it out to Porzingis. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Porzingis has got 5 points.
Well, the three-point shooting of Kristaps Porzingis is so prolific. You've got to guard him out there.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. 4-3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Timeout call, Memphis. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the second one. The last one's off. They'll settle for 2. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Minnesota. 11 points in the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities. How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, B.A., officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Pass to Reed. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's blocked by Bull. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. And finished off by Bull.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And it's Edey missing. Minnesota leading by 5. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And Brogdon with the stuff.
Okay, Malcolm Brogdon getting off your feet in a hurry and leaving no doubt.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Malcolm Brogdon. That'll be a second foul of the game.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Bull. Off target from 3-point range. And Minnesota has possession. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. No one near him. The bank shot, no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Edey. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Left side read. Pass to Brogdon. There's a screen to the paint. And he dunks it down.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon's communication with guys on the floor is just terrific. What a nice pick and roll opportunity created by him.
Here's Marjanovic. Back to Sexton. Here's Marjanovic. In low. That one drops for him. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Here's Dillingham. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bol grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Edey. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, good whistle there.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Bol. For 3, Sexton knocks down the long J.
Well, Colin Sexton's assertiveness right there with the rise and fire, exactly what his team wants from him.
Here's Dillingham. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Marjanovic. Over Brogdon. Outside Sexton. And another 3 for Memphis.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Randall can't hit.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Outside Bol. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
McDaniels from long range. Tie game in Minnesota. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And here's Memphis. Right wing. Porzingis for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Dort. Oh, a rip-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, my goodness. How about the impressive vertical by Lou Dort? No doubt on that slam.
Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul of the game. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something."
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. There's the triple. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. The lead is 2.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Look at Shai playing big inside.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
Outside Porzingis. Pure from three-point range. Porzingis has got 8.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Jared Allen simply getting more and more comfortable. How about the rise and fire and the catch and shoot? Okay.
On the take, Edwards. And a nice finish on the layup. Edwards has got 4 points this quarter.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy you see. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force. Lou Dort at his best, being a factor on the defensive end and getting down the floor in a hurry. Nicely done.
Back to Jackson, down low. Dort with a steal. And stolen by Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to DiVincenzo. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. McDaniels from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. McDaniels got 9.
Yeah, McDaniels has made himself a legitimate option from three-point territory. What a look there.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention, he can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Well, you see SGA and the strides he's making as a playmaker. This guy is so good, on point with his reads.
Outside Bull, fires the 3. The rebound by Allen.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Seconds left in the third. Back to Allen from the strike. Memphis with a rebound. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Graham.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
He gets it in there.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. And that one drops for him.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on it.
Edwards on target.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And another basket for Minnesota. Timeout called by Memphis. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Ooh, poked away. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Minnesota Timberwolves, providing the... Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Timeout, Grizzlies! All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Memphis' head coach had some words for his team over the break, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Brogdon feeling it out a bit. From deep, Brogdon!
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
There's a screen by Bol. Here's Edey. Randall pulls down the board. Fast break, Minnesota. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Knocked loose. Back to Edwards. Clock at 6. Misses the 3. Minnesota leading by 8. Here's Dillingham. And the layup is good off the glass.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Right side, Edwards. Back to Bol to stop the run. And another miss by Memphis. Here's Dillingham going inside. Oh, he cranks it down right on Anthony Edwards. Goodness.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. McDaniels a screen. For 3, DiVincenzo. Bol grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Edwards. That one no good. Good work defensively by Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Outside, Porzingis. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Bol. 3-pointer off the mark.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball. Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Memphis, they're working against the clock now. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Inside, here's Bol. And finished off by Bol.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Toward outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. McDaniels a screen. Shot from the mid-range. And that one hits the back iron. Grizzlies trail by 8. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Edey. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Right side, Porzingis. And he gets the bucket.
How about Porzingis? You can play him as the roll man, or in this instance, use him as the ball handler. How hard is that to deal with?
Pass to Allen. And stolen by Porzingis.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Running the floor. Porzingis caps off the break.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So it's the Grizzlies now. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Edwards. And there's the drive. To tie it up. And he buries it. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
McDaniels a screen. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Money.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Timeout, Grizzlies. What's the best strategy for them?
And this comes down to whether they want to go for a 3 to win or send it to overtime with a 2. Either way, it's got to happen off this inbound pass.
Timeout, Grizzlies. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
They're in a tough spot. Barely enough time to run the catch and shoot.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you.